it's important to always try your best to find what works for you and to find yourself, and not just allow other people to project their expectations onto you. And then with the experiences, it's mainly coming to varsity as a first year, you'll hear a lot of negative comments.
We don't have weekends in varsity, we don't have holidays. With holidays and weekends, you just have to create those by yourself. Otherwise, no, guys, it's just like, it's really too much.
God can guide you through. So sometimes life gets tough, life gets rough, sometimes life is soft and nice, and in the soft and nice time, you tend to forget God and want to come back to Him when, things get rough.
Like failing, it's a way, it's like the way of living, guys. Like if you fail, I feel like me when I was growing up, even at this point, I'm not scared of failing. I feel like even if I fail, I will try my best.
Hi everyone, so my name is Aleciakhanyi. I'm studying at UCT. I'm finishing up my third year this year in Actuarial Science, in Bachelor of Business Actuarial Science.
Hello guys, welcome to Aleciakhanyi's YouTube channel. I can't believe I'm the one who's doing that. You'll be the one who's doing that. My name is Rofiwa. I am from the United States of Limpopo, and I'm currently studying business science, specializing in analytics here in the University of Cape Town, and I am doing my second year.
So it's a tough question that we've been given today, but I think the one piece of advice I'd give to people is that allow yourself to always remember that this is the first time you've lived life. So by that would entail being kind to yourself, such that when you make mistakes, don't be too harsh on yourself. And as you discover that you aren't perfect, instead of taking that in a terrible way, rather take it in your stride. Learn what type of person you want to become and grow into that person. You aren't born perfect. You don't ever have to be perfect. But I think the important part is to grow each and every day. Mistakes are like a very important part of life. We sometimes get too harsh with ourselves and then end up feeling like the mistakes are a sign that I'll never be able to make it with whatever I'm trying to do. Whereas mistakes, taken the right way, make the best building blocks, because you can build from there, you can grow from there. If you've already made that mistake, might as well gain something positive from it by learning from it. The second most important factor, I think for anyone, not just students, just like anyone in the world, that I think is a huge leap in life, is just starting your relationship with God. And from there, you grow into it, because with traditional, the way religion is preached traditionally, we were kind of taught this false sense of you have to be here to start your relationship with God. Whereas He even says, come as you are. And then from there, He's the one that will cleanse you. I think that's important because God can guide you through. So sometimes life gets tough, life gets rough, sometimes life is soft and nice, and in the soft and nice time, you tend to forget God and want to come back to Him when, things get rough. But I think the best way to go about it is to always have that relationship there, even when times are bubbly, even when you go low. Because, it would be difficult to converse with your partner, even in a relationship, if the only time you guys ever spoke was when you guys had a fight. Other than that, when you guys are both cool, you don't really communicate, the soft and nice parts of the relationship. For myself, I think that was the starting point of many things, because got to varsity, high horse, distinction, then got here, got trapped by course, and that's where I found God, funny enough, because in my time of need, I started now having to look to something bigger than myself. because I was failing at uplifting myself. So that's why I found God. And from there, it's just been ups and downs, not perfect, far from it. Far from where I'd like to be in the relationship. But the relationship has allowed me to grow. It has allowed me to develop and spot some of the problems within myself that I'd have to fix to be able to take up any position, from leadership to being a father to being a husband, anything of the sort. And this has also come through as I've been in various leadership positions throughout my varsity. Hey, at this point, it's a career. It's really, the person has been here for too long. But yeah, so a varsity career, from house comm, subordinate, there you get to interact with different types of personalities, and that opens you up to realizing the importance of God, because you interact with different people, and then you just remember certain things from the Bible, like be slow to anger, because some people will test you. Some people will test you when you're in these positions. I think, remember, it's your first time living like this, and seek God. Those are the things that I feel are most essential. Third and last thing that I think is important is to not allow people to project their experiences and expectations onto you. So for like high school students, this usually takes the form of teachers defining you as the great sports player, the great academic, and then it becomes difficult for you to actually figure yourself out, because you feel like you have to align with this identity. I'm not saying if you're doing great at sport or academics, you should just stop and then think, okay, sure, something will figure itself out. But just try to discover yourself, because when you get to varsity, generally, I haven't kind of studied anything scientific, but from the people I've spoken to, they only start discovering themselves here. And this is a difficult space to navigate in first year, because you're still trying to get used to. Some of us didn't have study study techniques, whatnot. Then you're still trying to find what works for you given the material that you have. So your maths courses work like this is what works for you. Your wordy courses work like this, and this is what works for you. So it's important to always try your best to find what works for you and to find yourself, and not just allow other people to project their expectations onto you. And then with the experiences, it's mainly coming to varsity as a first year, you'll hear a lot of negative comments. Some of them come from a good intention, whereby people are just trying to protect you from being in the same place that they found themselves. But sometimes the intention gets lost because of the way the advice or the story is worded. So it's fine to feel a bit out of place when you get here. It's fine, that's completely normal. But don't now feel out of place when things are going well for you and they aren't going well for the next person. Don't feel like there's something you're doing wrong. Maybe you just clicked. And also don't allow other people's experiences to make you feel like if you don't go through that exact same path, then you aren't doing it right. Some people will get here and kick ass. Some people are gonna get here, like myself, struggle, have to extend your degree, fail a course here, just trying to find your feet. But eventually you see where we're going, and that's another thing that I'd say God has done for me. The fact that even through all that adversity and difficulty of having to adjust, having to find my feet in this new space, He was there for me to help me through it. Because there were times when the confidence was so low that I'd ever even get close to doing third-year courses in Actuarial, where I thought everyone was telling me, it's fine, just drop. Because a lot of people feel it, everyone will understand. And those things, they stick with you. They really do. So I think just don't allow other people to project their experience onto you, and just keep on trying your best. And that's enough. Even if it feels like your best is not enough, always remind yourself that I have done my best. Whatever the outcome is, I've done my best. If you fall short of the goal, just try to dust yourself up and then see what can be adjusted or readjusted in the initial model to make it work better. Good luck to everyone for the upcoming year. Grade 12s, let's try to get those distinctions. First years, relax, breathe. Everything will be fine eventually. I'm done.
I would like to maybe advise Matrics in particular, and I will also getting into advising first years who coming from high school to university for the first time. So with Matrics, and I would like to speak from experience, like from the stuff that I saw and see. This is how I should have done it. Or like, let me start with the Matrics in particular. Like, the most important thing I want to advise you guys about is like when you choose careers. Like, I mean, I don't want to get into advising you about how to study and how to get good grades, because like I feel like you can get those advices from everywhere, from the internet, from YouTube and stuff. But I want to advise you guys from the choosing career kind of side. I feel like with mostly black people, especially us guys who are from maybe the rurals, who are from the United States of Limpopo kind of vibe, I feel like if you see, like the thing is like, I feel like if you are in Matric and you are getting good grades, let's say you get over 90s in maths and stuff, like, and you mostly top students from the rurals, like they don't really know what they want to do in university and stuff. So what they do is like they go to internet, and when they search stuff like the most top 10 paid jobs in South Africa, which is, I mean, we all want money. That is what I did also when I was in high school, but I would like suggest you guys to stop doing that. I feel like that is the worst place to start when you're searching for a career. Because to be honest, university, guys, it's hard. It is hard. If you do not enjoy what you are doing, you're not gonna make it. The key to succeeding in life or in university in particular is making sure whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you're gonna give up. If you enjoy it, even if the course is chowing you and like everything is a mess, it's a mess, you don't know what to do. As long as you enjoy it, you're gonna find a way. You're gonna get ways to get motivated to continue. Just like Elon Musk, those kind of vibe and stuff. Those guys are successful not because they are too smart or something. It's only because they enjoy what they are doing. It's in their blood. It is definitely like, yeah, you can take away from what they have from them. It's just like, yeah, it's in their blood. So I would say, guys, like when you choosing careers, just make sure you choose something that you really love. And the things like, also don't choose careers based on your marks, because I feel like most top students are always going for careers that are highly paid, and also like maybe the courses in university are challenging, like engineering and actuarial science in particular. If like, yeah, most students who got like over 90s or 60 distinctions, it's either they are doing XI. With medicine, yeah, that one I would defend that one. You can do that one, definitely. I would defend that one. Like that one I wouldn't even mind if like, yeah, you just choose it because, yeah, with that one I would definitely, I feel like we need more doctors in SA. So yeah, with that one I'll just like put that aside. And also all my engineering stuff and so on. So like I would just like you guys to choose stuff that you really enjoy. I know it's hard sometimes to know what you enjoy, just like myself. I still don't know what I want with my life at this moment. But like, yeah, you guys like should make sure you do a lot of research. I don't want more guys, like the things like every time I ask guys, why are you doing XI? They be like, I love mathematics. My teacher suggested it. Guys, you need to stop having that mentality. You need to stop having that mentality, because like your teachers, I mean, like, let's face it, your teachers didn't even do XI. How did they know, yeah, this is for you? Just because you're not getting 90s in maths doesn't necessarily mean XI is for you. Or I mean, if you enjoy maths that much, I mean, there is a degree in mathematics and stats. Why don't you do that? Why XI and stuff? like if you really know you will enjoy it, then I would definitely suggest you do it. But like I wouldn't want you to choose to struggle like that just because when in high school we're getting 90s. Because like when you come to varsity, yeah, it's a different stories, a different story. People who make it are the people who definitely know what they are doing and who enjoy what they wanna do. And yeah, I would also suggest that you guys like somehow do like exercise, guys. Like in me in high school, like yeah, I was not playing any sports because like I was just like that guy who's always in the house. G, like yeah, don't do that. Like don't be that kind of guy who's always in the house, like always in the books and stuff. Like for me, it did not work out for me. Like I regret why I did not join stuff at school because like I mean I was always studying, but like still I didn't get the result that I thought I would get. So I would suggest like you guys also make sure you have fun, especially in school, because like yeah, university is tough. It's hard to have fun in university. It's so easy to have fun in high school than it is university. I tell you, in university you need money. In high school you just need like friends and stuff, and they have the vibe. I mean, boma piano, just like yeah, those kind of things, guys. Like enjoy high school, and yeah, enjoy, guys. Like so now let me move on to first years. So firstly, I would say, yeah, definitely congratulations to all the first years who made it to varsity, and then also to those ones who maybe didn't get the result they were expecting. I would suggest that like you guys go back and do like look at like doing a matric rewrite. I think that's the best way. Like failing, it's a way. It's like the way of living, guys. Like if you fail, I feel like me when I was growing up, even at this point, I'm not scared of failing. I feel like even if I fail, I will try my best to. I mean, failing is hard. It's traumatizing, and like you feel like a loser. Like yeah, you sometimes just wanna give up. But for me personally, I feel like when I look at someone who failed or had failed, I was just like yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad. This is something that is to this like one way to motivate you to work harder, and you just need to like reflect. It's one way where you can just like you need to sit down and reflect and say, okay, this is how I used to study. Why did I not get what I wanted? Maybe why did I not get A in this subject? Why did I fail and stuff? You need to sit down and reflect to say, okay, this is what I was doing this year. Maybe this is what I was supposed to do, and this is what I was supposed to put more effort on. Because like I feel like sometimes we just put too much of our effort on stuff that really don't matter that much, and we forget about the stuff that are important and stuff. So I would say like if you failed, for me like I don't know if I fail, definitely it's like I mean I know it sucks, it's a bad experience to fail, but like I feel if I fail in my life, as long as I know the way forward, I will even jump and be happy and say, okay, I failed. This is okay. This is like part of life. Like I just need to work my way forward and learn from my mistakes. Like people who failed, when they come out of that situation, they come back stronger. So I would say if you failed, like yeah, you need to get out there and like work on yourself and make sure you don't give up. And to those ones who made it, I would like to say congratulations first, and also say welcome to our, especially if you came to UCT, because yeah, guys, like it's tough. I mean, like from my experience, like people have been saying university is hard, but like from my experience, I wouldn't say. For me, I felt like in my first year, I was doing first year last year. This year I'm doing second year, and I am majoring in business analytics. Yeah, so for my first year, I just felt like university, except that like the workload was too much, but in terms of like the learning and the studying, the amount of work, how the difficulty level, I felt like it was the same as in high school. So you can get over it, just that like the workload is just like too much, but it's not as hard as people say it is. You just need to make sure that you are always up to date, and yeah, just don't fall behind. Because like if you fall behind, there's no way of catching up. It's really not. It's not like in high school where you can fall behind in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks and still get out of the situation. Because in high school, yeah, you get into the situation you like when Matric results are out. You're like, hey, wena, you passed. Jabulani passed. How? Ganjani? Like those kind of like university, you don't have that. If you fall behind, you are down. So like in Matric, where you'll be surprised to someone passed and you thought they were gonna fail and stuff. Like university, if you fall behind, guys, it's tough. It's tough because like you don't even have time to study. Studying is literally watching lectures, videos, or reading slides and stuff and doing submissions. That is what studying is in university. So like in high school, we're just like, okay, now I'm done with my homeworks. Now I did my assignment maybe, and now let me just study life science so I can prepare for it. You don't have the time, and you need to make sure you create yourself that time. And the thing is like, you also, there's just too much work to a point where like we don't have weekends in university, we don't have holidays. With holidays and weekends, you just have to create those by yourself. Otherwise, no, guys, it's just like, it's really too much. But with first years, I will advise you guys to make sure that you do your submissions. Those are so important. Like, do not underestimate submissions. Even if like they say it counts 0.5% towards your final exam, that 0.5% is what's gonna make you fail if you don't take it serious. And also do tutorials. In university, there's this thing called tutorials where you just like, they give you worksheets and you do problems, and then if you don't understand the problem or you're stuck, you can ask your tutors and they will help you out. Like, take those serious. If you do those, exams are gonna be easy. Because I remember with me, I was doing maths. Like the tutorials were so hard to a point where I was just like, no, I cannot do this anymore. Like, I just gave up. During my tutorial sections, I will just do another course, like I'll do equals. But during the exams, I regretted that decision. I wish only if I knew I did the tutorials, it would have been much easier. Like, take them serious, because like tutorials are much harder than the test and the exam. So if you take those serious and you put like a lot of effort on those, I'm telling you, it's gonna be easy for you. You're gonna get A's. Because A's here, yeah, it's tough. We are crying for 50s. So guys, I get 50. Oh, yeah, I take myself out with vibing just for that 50. So if you make you make sure that you do your tutorials and then take them serious, yeah, you'll definitely get good grades. You get A's. I'm telling you, it's not easy to get A in university. So, because I remember me in high school, I was one of the good students. I mean, like, I would say, like, I didn't, the lowest, in high school, the whole of high school, like, I never got less than 80 in maths. But when I was here last year, my lowest mark for maths was 19%. Can you imagine, from high school with like nothing less than 80% to a 19%, only because I was not taking my tutorials serious. Not that because I was not studying, but like tutorials are very, very important, guys. The things like, you can understand lectures and maybe whatever you are studying, but with the test and the exams, yeah, it's a different story. So yeah, I would say, yeah, make sure you do those. And also, the most important thing I feel like you guys should also be doing is, you should make sure that you have fun. It's so important to have fun in university. I think, for me personally, I feel like that's the whole point of university. That's what Elon Musk said. It was like, university is just, college and university are just for socializing. And yeah, just be part, socialize, make friends, have fun. Because I feel like if you have fun, then you're gonna have a good chance of you're gonna do all in your study. So don't be like those guys who are always in their books studying 24/7. No, just like sometimes go out, maybe on weekends if you're done with your assignment. But just make sure when you go out, make sure everything is sorted. Your schoolwork is done, your assignments are done, your submissions are done. Yeah, and also you should also sleep. Like, yeah, make sure you sleep, guys, cross nighting is not ideal. I don't know. I mean, if when you are used to studying at night, that's okay. But I would suggest that you make a schedule, and then you make a schedule and make sure that at 10 at least, if you don't have a lot of work, you are sleeping, and then maybe wake up at 8. Because like during the exams, I made this schedule and say, okay, every day maybe I'll wake up at 7, and then I will go to the library at 8, and then I will make sure at 10 I'm in my room, I am sleeping. And just make sure when you come to your room, because me, last year I was just like literally using my room for sleeping. I didn't do anything in my room. I just like, I was not gonna study in my room. So just make sure when you go to your room, you sleep, like put your phones away. Don't come to your room and do YouTube and stuff. Or just go to your room and make sure you put your phones away. And sleep. Because like if you go to your room and then you start going on the internet and stuff, you're gonna end up sleeping at 3 and waking up at 8, and that's like that's not good for you. And also I'll also say, like, when it comes to studying, the one mistake that I did last year was like I would study for the whole maybe 2 hours without taking breaks. Guys, that is not good. When you study, I would advise you to study 30 minutes. It's enough. You study 30 minutes. You take maybe 5 minutes break, 5 to 10 minutes break, and then you do whatever you want. You can use your phone. You can do YouTube now just for that 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Like just do something fun, or maybe take a walk and then study for another 30 minutes. Take 5 minutes break, just like that. So don't study for the whole 2 hours. That is bad. That is not good. So I think I think that's it. I feel like I'm pretty sure. I know I didn't say everything, but I think for me, I think that's it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.